feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Whoa. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Whoa. all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. We go hard all night, night. We feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Whoa. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, pop. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Ha. Whoa. Let's get it. Whoa. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. We go hard all night, night. We go hard all day, day. Nothing gets in our way. Wait, it's feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Whoa, popping bottles nightly. Yeah, we're dancing slightly. This bass has got me feisty, feisty, feisty. Let's get it. Ha. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whoa. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's feisty, feisty.
living stereo stylus in this groove.
今天是 APT 台北2024的第4天，同时也是 APT 国家杯的 Final Day。从 A 组到 E 组买入1万块台币的比赛，吸引了2305位人次参加，整个系列赛以爆炸性的开端，引人注目。总奖值高达1949万9千台币，而冠军更能获得294万9千台币，绝对让整场比赛更加引人入胜。进入 APT 国家杯决赛桌的选手有 Lu Yunyang from Hong Kong, Chen Pengchen from Taiwan, Biro from Philippines, Chen Kong from Taiwan, Lu Kunlong from Taiwan, Lu Shenchang from Taiwan, Chen Tingchen from Taiwan。看到最后 HU 环节，来自台湾的蔡承恩有着6个大盲，来自香港目前是筹码领先者的 Jason， 最后一把牌蔡承恩 all in J6 梅花，接了 all in， 2个人一起看到翻牌 ，Jason 马上中了一张6 set， 转牌来一张 K， 让蔡承恩多了4个10的 outs， 河流来一张 Blake 方块4，最后恭喜赢家来自香港 Jason。国家杯来自香港 Jason， 现在感觉心情如何？
还好，很好，很幸运。然后因为很久没赢过比赛了，然后3年多吧，然后很少打这些比较大型的游艺赛，对，
所以觉得特别兴奋。
对，
那你会怎么样运用这笔奖金呢？
我原本明天要回香港，但是我现在在想要不要带一点，我要问问我女朋友他们。
那你有什么话想跟你的家人还有女朋友说吗
？Love you.
I get a trophy. 这一次恭喜来自香港的 Jason 拿到这一次 APT 国家杯的冠军。
Hi, I'm Ray Chu, Marketing Manager of the Asian Poker Tour, and welcome to Taipei. The first series of the year is supersized, running for 12 whole days from February 28th to March 10th. In expecting a lot of players, this event is spread across 2 venues, the Asia Poker Arena and the Chinese Mahjong League. There's a shuttle running between the 2 venues from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So be sure to take advantage of that. Question is, which events are where? The high roller events, the non-hold'em events, as well as the mixed events are being held at Chinese Mahjong League and all the other at Asia Poker Arena. There are some exceptions though, so be sure to refer to the full schedule. With the supersized main event starting on Sunday, March 3rd, guaranteeing at 65 million Taiwan dollars and an award-winning APT Lion Trophy. Follow, like, and share our daily coverage of the series, including the exclusive live streams of selected events starting on February 29th. For full schedule and more information, visit apt.poker.
Let's see what these superstars think about the APT. Santos, welcome to the APT. I know you're playing the 25K Superstar. What is your impression of the APT so far?
I'm having fun. I have a low stack now, only 15 BB.
Well, if anybody can spin it up, it's gonna be you. Tony, is this your first time at APT?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far about the APT and the event?
It's pretty good. Got a lot of friends in my table, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to play an APT for like 15 years, and finally the schedule's worked out in a way where I could make it to this one for the high rollers. So
Playing here has been great. I have half a starting stack, so can't say I'm having too much fun in that sense, but the table is like, everyone's playing quick, everyone is friendly. Yeah.
This is like my first event. I've had fun, yeah. That's good, yeah.
1 min cash, and now we're playing the high roller, so hopefully get good luck today.
It's amazing, great. Everything is well organized. People are very friendly.
Will we maybe see you in our future events? Maybe Jeju APT?
Yes, of course, yeah, in the future.
If I got a time, yeah, I wish.
Definitely, I'm going to try to make more in the future.
And if you want to catch the high stakes action happening here at the Superstar Challenge at APT Taipei, make sure you check out our live streams on YouTube and Facebook.
你好，我是 APT 主持人 Elfin Lin， 隆重的欢迎各位来到 APT 今年第一个系列赛 APT 台北2024。我们预计将有数以万计的玩家前来共襄盛举。我们在车程大约10分钟的2个赛场同时举行，分别是亚洲扑克竞技协会和举办着所有豪客赛跟 Mix Game 的旧华人。APT 免费接驳车每30分钟就有一班，从早上10点一直到晚上10点的时间。另外 ，APT 主赛在3月3号星期日开始，保证奖池高达6500万新台币，冠军还能荣获 GPI 粉丝年度票选最佳狮子奖杯。点赞、订阅跟追踪我们对系列赛的每日报道。另外，在2月29号的全明星对决的独家现场直播，详情请上 APT Poker， 我们不见不散。今天是 APT 台北2024的第4天，同时也是 APT 国家杯的 Final Day。从 A 组到 E 组买入1万块台币的比赛，吸引了2305位人次参加。整个系列赛以爆炸性的开端，引人注目。总奖值高达1949万9千台币，而冠军更能获得294万9千台币，觉得让整场比赛更加引人入胜。进入 APT 国家杯决赛桌的选手有 Lu Yunyang from Hong Kong, Chen Peng Chen from Taiwan, Biro from Philippines, Chen Kong from Taiwan. Lu Kunlong from Taiwan. Lu Shenchang from Taiwan. Chen Tingchen from Taiwan。看到最后 HU 环节，来自台湾的蔡承恩有着6个大盲，来自香港目前是筹码领先者的 Jason， 最后一把牌蔡承恩 all in J6 梅花，接了 all in， 2个人一起看到翻牌 ，Jason 马上中了一张6 set， 转牌来一张 K， 让蔡承恩多了4个10的奥斯，河流来一张 Blake 方块4，最后恭喜赢家来自香港 Jason。国家杯来自香港 Jason， 现在感觉心情如何？
还好，很好，很幸运。然后因为很久没赢过比赛了，然后因为3年多吧，然后很少打这些比较大型的，有一种对，
所以觉得特别兴奋。
对，
那你会怎么样运用这笔奖金呢？
我原本明天要回香港，但是我现在在想要不要带一点，我要问问我女朋友他们。
那你有什么话想跟你的家人还有女朋友说吗
Love you.
I get a champion. 再次恭喜来自香港的 Jason 拿到这次 APT 国家杯的冠军。
Hi, I'm Ray Chu, Marketing Manager of the Asian Poker Tour, and welcome to Taipei. The first series of the year is supersized, running for 12 whole days from February 28th to March 10th. In expecting a lot of players, this event is spread across 2 venues, the Asia Poker Arena and the Chinese Mahjong League. There's a shuttle running between the 2 venues from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So be sure to take advantage of that. Question is, which events are where? The high roller events, the non-hold'em events, as well as the mixed events are being held at Chinese Mahjong League and all the other at Asia Poker Arena. There are some exceptions though, so be sure to refer to the full schedule. With the supersized main event starting on Sunday, March 3rd, guaranteeing at 65 million Taiwan dollars and an award-winning APT Lion Trophy. Follow, like, and share our daily coverage of the series, including the exclusive live streams of selected events starting on February 29th. For full schedule and more information, visit apt.poker.
Let's see what these superstars think about the APT. Santosh, welcome to the APT. I know you're playing the 25K Superstar. What is your impression of the APT so far?
I'm having fun. I have a low stack now, only 15 BB.
Well, if anybody can spin it up, it's gonna be you. Tony, is this your first time at APT?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far about the APT and the event?
It's pretty good. Got a lot of friends in my table, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to play an APT for like 15 years, and finally the schedule's worked out in a way where I can make it to this one for the high rollers. So
Playing here has been great. I have half a starting stack, so can't say I'm having too much fun in that sense, but the table is like, everyone's playing quick, everyone is friendly. Yeah.
This is like my first event. I've had fun, yeah. That's good, yeah.
1 min cash, and now we're playing the high roller, so hopefully I get good luck today.
It's amazing, great. Everything is well organized.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.
Good morning. Welcome to APT Taipei 2024. Today we're bringing you a lot of poker action, starting off with the Natural 8 Taiwan exclusive event, quite fittingly being played in Taiwan, where 6 players will battle for a top prize of
$1,000, $1,000 US, mind you.
That's quite a lot. So they qualify through Natural 8, the largest Asia largest online poker room, and they now have a chance to be on the TV table. I'm quite excited. How about you?
I am as well, and let's not forget they've all been given a main event ticket already for the APT Taipei 2024 main event happening right now, actually, Flight 1C. It's a $2 million guarantee event, and all 6 of the players you're going to watch along with us today will be participating courtesy of Natural 8. This was a $80, again USD, buy-in tournament with 316 entries, and these guys are the final 6, a well-deserved main event ticket being granted, but also $1,000 for the person who comes in first place.
And with 46 average big blinds in play, I think there's going to be a lot of play going on.
Well, let's get to it. We have Mr. Ray Chu, who's about to introduce the players as we take a look at the payouts. $150 locked up for 6th place. Some pay jumps to think about, but really the trophy up top is all to play for. Here we go.
Taipei. Well, it's a little early in the morning, but here we are with Natural 8 Taiwan and N8TW, bringing you a special event alongside Asian Poker Tour. We're here at the Asian Poker Arena. This is APT Taipei 2024, and right now we're bringing to you the final table of N8TW special event, final 6 players. So all 6 players are from Taiwan. So let's meet them. In seat 6, it is Chen Zhiyou. And in seat 5, Ou Zhenghao.
Thank you.
And in seat 4, Jiang Jiawei.
Yeah.
在3号位是很多人都叫他冲青哥的王冲青。在2号位是王玉凯。然后在1号位的是 Chip Leader， 但是好像迟到了，但没事，希望他 很快到了，他的名字是刘清晨，他是桌上的 chip leader， 起始的盲注将会是612000大盲前注1万2 The starting blinds are 6,000, 12,000, and these 6 players already secure a seat to the APT Taipei main event, and they're competing for more. So back to the studio.
Thank you, Ray. Looking as sharp as ever in that with his beautiful tie and his beautiful face. Look at these beautiful faces. Speaking of which, Philip Wang, a legend in Taiwan poker. It's been the man in the orange t-shirt. Excellent scores on Natural 8. Really familiar with all kinds of poker variants. So that's the one to look out for, Philip Wang. And then we have Ray Liu in seat number 1. Con Sin, the next seat down, and then Philip Wang. Show me your tilts.
Careful.
That's a good screen name. And then Freedom 0515. Let me guess when his birthday is.
15th of December? Just kidding. That'd be May.
And then you'll be Peerless. That makes up the last number of the final table, top 6. As a guy is running late. It is early in the morning, after all.
It is early in the morning, certainly for poker players. Not for commentators, though. Good morning, Stephen. How are you feeling?
Excellent, excellent. I am very happy. Oh, by the way, we haven't introduced ourselves, have we?
Oh, indeed we haven't. Well, good morning to the audience as well, not just to you, Stephen. I'm Vidar Singh, your APT friend and commentator. And alongside with me, of course, the lovely, the energetic, today I might add, Mr. Stephen Lai from Hong Kong.
I think we are just representing weak hands with a strong presence and the typical classic poker move. But joking aside, very glad to be back. Today, there are going to be 3 events today, actually. After the Natural 8 Taiwan exclusive, there will be the Natural 8 Hong Kong event. Finally, there will be the APT Thailand event this evening. So plenty of poker action ahead.
If you missed that at the bottom of your screens, that's 5 p.m. local time, I believe, for the Natural 8 Hong Kong event, and 9:30 p.m. local time, that's Taiwan, of course, for the APT Thailand event. Similar tables, similar structures for those events as well, which also means similar action. Of course, the player pool determines the action. Now, we had some lovely streams yesterday, the Natural 8 India event, sort of the Indian equivalent of what we're watching here today, and then a really fun influencers invitational that surprised me, not just in the quality of the personalities, but also the poker being played. That was won by the man from Thailand, Han Param. Do you remember how he said it in his local dialect?
Param? I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember very well, but I did have a conversation with him afterwards. Apparently, he's actually a very keen player. He's been playing APT for the past few years.
I knew it. He was too good.
Yeah, so he's a all-round good guy. And also, I'm just going to say, this very stream is localized in Mandarin. So if you are interested in listening to commentary in Mandarin, please go to Natural 8 Taiwan's YouTube channel. Back to the action. Ace Queen suited from UTG. Con Sin. Standard open. You'd be a bit weird if he didn't. Big blind defend is Philip Wang's King Deuce off.
Very classic screen name, might I add. Stu Unger Kid, combining perhaps legend Stu Unger and maybe Daniel Negreanu, Kid Poker.
Or maybe Jason Kidd, the basketball player.
I doubt Jason Kidd and Stu Unger were the two names mixing there, but could be, considering the double D.
That's what I thought. Okay, so that's bet in the call. Top pair versus bottom pair. Turn pairs up the 8, which is actually quite bad for the UTG. You know, middle pair would call, making trips. Checks again, Philip Wang.
Easy value bet here?
Yeah. There you go. Putting in a smallish bet of, if I'm not mistaken, 22,000. I'm very likely to be mistaken.
Let's just clarify the yellows, of course.
77,000.
Yeah, the yellows are indeed 1K, which is what you were referring to with the 2, but the blues are actually 25,000 apiece.
There you go. So it was a big river bet.
So there we have it. That's your chip count and the final table as we take a moment to settle in. We did jump right to the action, but I want to just observe these players seem to be pretty confident. They have battled over 300 entries to get to this point. No lack of poker experience, I'm sure. I wonder if they all have the live experience. Yesterday at the Natural 8 India final table, we had some participants who were essentially playing their first live tournament. They're poker COVID babies, as we've come to know them.
Philip Wang definitely does have a lot of life experience. He used to run an organization called APA, coincidentally, Asia Poker Association in Taipei. And then that organization's kind of merged into the CTP. So now he's a special advisor for the CTP. Freedom 0515. That's a fold.
I think we need to come to a consensus of what we're going to refer to. The player with ace-9, Mr. Yukai Wang. I'll go with show me.
I'll go with your tilts.
That's hard to say, Stephen.
Tilts.
And by the way, I will hand out props for a pretty cool screen name. I remember back in the day, Tom Dwan's screen name, the legendary Durr, often used to be asked why he came up with that name. And he said it was just to get into his opponent's heads. He just found that it would sort of tilt them to be beat by someone named Durr. And show me your tilts is obviously a funny play on words, but I feel like it's one of those screen names you don't want to be beat by. It just has that slight 1% psychological edge.
Show me your tilts. Justin Fairbanks, we welcome you. Thank you, Mr. Ottawa. I will forever remember that you live in Ottawa. He is saying, Han Fram commentates some of the GG10K high rollers in Thai. His last name is very long. Yes.
Trust us, Justin. We are aware of his last name and simply never made an attempt to say it.
So he is, so Han Fram is a industry person, I suppose. You know, he's definitely not a, as they say, a noob, a beginner.
Nice try, Stephen. I see you're getting with it. The lingo, getting with the kids.
Oh, it's difficult. Speaking of kids, my Facebook feed pops up today. Facebook kids, with an old photo from 11 years ago today.
And what photo was that?
There was a man who was a little bit skinnier.
Oh, it was you, firstly. I get it.
Yes, in a dark shirt, that hasn't changed. Same hairstyle, with an APT trophy.
Okay. Anniversary of some wins today.
That was my first ever APT trophy 11 years ago.
Congratulations. And which one was that, by the way?
That was some sort of deep stack turbo.
Do you remember the feeling of winning?
No, actually.
Hard to hold on to.
Because I was getting close, like, you know, the 6 months previous. Like, just been getting like fourth, third. You're just like moving towards it. And then I almost felt like this sounds so arrogant, but I almost felt like I deserved it. Yeah. Of course, 11 years later, I know nothing is granted, right? Don't take anything for granted. That's the key to the approach to the game.
So that was, of course, the old era APT trophy. So where does it lie?
BC 9.
Exactly. Before the new era trophies came about, the award-winning trophy, might I add. But I'm sure it's a special one. Do you display it in the house somewhere?
No, I'd leave it at HKPPA, the trophy cabinet. Yeah, Rachel doesn't really like having those trophies at home.
And why is that?
She thinks they're ugly. All trophies, not just the APT one.
By the way, chat, once again, welcome to all of you joining us. For those of you here early, the Guess the Winner form has been pinned up top in the chat. It will be live till 12:45 p.m. We'll try to give you a reminder, but in case you want to have a fair shot at it, now's the time. And look at this, Steven. The action is now brewing with 6-2 suited. Opening from the button. Constant extremely confident in his post-flop play, clearly. King 9 defense off to the flop. 4-4-3. Not too shabby once you open 6-2 suited. The back door. The gut shot to the straight. Extremely low cards means you should have free reign. C betting this. So Freedom 0515. You think it's his birthday?
Quite likely, I think, but hey, who knows?
Oh, I have a cultural question.
Do go
in
ahead.
Taiwan, is it month, date, date? Or date, month?
Month, date.
Ah, so it then definitely suggests could be his birthday. Yeah, the C bet gets through. Cheeky one. Constant wins with 6 high.
So quite busy over in the Natural 8 Taiwan channel. A lot of people commentating on this special event in Chinese. But you know, if you're here, we are also bringing you the action from a different perspective, with less attachment to the players, maybe.
Yeah, no bias here, of course.
Apart from Philip Wang, who is my friend. Now he's been around for a long time. I mean, he used to play. You used to see him in Macau all the time, and now that we come to Taipei to play, and he's very supportive of poker events.
Well, how cool for him to enter an $80 316 entry field tournament, actually make it all the way to the final table with a nice little stack as well.
He must have over 1 million MTT earnings online. Like, I'm pretty sure he has. He's just, he loves the game. He's been playing for a long time, and likes all kinds of variants too. Your triple draw. I think he's already won an APT trophy in this series in one of those mixed games.
Oh, excellent. A man after my own heart. I'm a huge fan and a huge supporter of all the mixed game events the APT has started offering, as I have repeated incessantly. If you want to know more, go to the website, apt.poker. Check out the almost 100 events on the schedule. As we take a look at the 3-bet coming in from the hijack, ace-queen off, and a respectable disciplined fold from the 8-7 suited. I like it. It's early. No need to mess around, and didn't get too frisky. Didn't make the cash game move of flatting the 3-bet with a suited connector. No coincidence, perhaps, these guys have beat out a 316 entry field. In India, Stephen, a lot of feature tournaments, as I was telling you, for instance, the ones on Natural 8 India. I mean, those are the kind of fields you need to beat to make some real money, some life-changing scores often in India. Here, of course, the payouts, $1,000 up top, but the life-changing opportunity, 6 of them already guaranteed a main event ticket. Flight 1C is live, by the way. Unique structure we have this time. We haven't had a chance to shout out all the online flights for the APT main event, once again courtesy of Natural 8. How amazing is it that you can simply play from your home and qualify right into day 2? Join the field. Day 3 rather, sorry, which is in the money. And join the action directly here in Taipei once you know you made it into the day 3. But also, our flights were a bit unique. So flight 1A was 60 minutes, which is the classic, amazing APT main event structure. And then there were some shorter flights in 1B, 1C, and 1D. 1C live right now.
I think the notable feature of day 1C is a 30-40 structure. So it starts off with 30-minute levels, and then it's like a reverse TikTok. It gets a bit longer to 40 minutes towards the end.
So still waiting on one player. Yesterday at the Natural 8 India final table, unfortunately, due to some visa issues, a couple of players couldn't make it. And because they had the largest stack coming into the day, they actually laddered up.
King 6 suited, yep. Pretty standard fold. Pair class 1. Are you sure it's not a misspelled pure class?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could understand what the context behind that one might be.
Screen names. Does it need to be any logic to them?
Well, I think the obvious question here, Stephen, what's your screen name?
Huh. Well, me and my friend decided recently to set up 2 new accounts on a different site, and we decided to choose 2 references from 2 Radiohead songs.
Ah, you old school Radiohead fans.
Radiohead. See? Ask Radiohead why they're called Radiohead. I mean, that will have no logic to it.
Every once in a while, if I'm creating a new account on a new site or something like that, I just go with the old school Bollywood actress. I think it's like the opposite of show me and der. I think it calms the other person. Just to think back to some old school beauty like they did have in Bollywood. Also, it might suggest to the other person that they're playing against a woman. And I feel like people play different if they think they're playing against a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Even online. Oh, we have a full table. Seat 1 in the house.
Several years ago, there was an event, a live streaming event, final tip of a main event that took place on Monday. And there was a man who was very short stacked, maybe he only had like 8 big blinds. The final table started at 11 in Taipei, and he went to work in the morning at 9 a.m., rushed to the venue, jammed his first hand, lost, and went back to work. Dedication. You know, he was in his shirt and tie, and like literally sat down as the first hand was dealt, put it in UTG. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like ace 10 suited or something.
Oh, fair play.
Lost, got up, smiled, collected his winnings, went back to win.
It was a good hand then. That's fair play. I thought he jammed any 2. These 2, I think, are beginning to develop some sort of a dynamic. This time it's the small blind v big blind battle. Stu Unger, Mr. Wang.
Philip Wang, Chongqingge. See, I was going to pick you up on that because we have no way of finding out whether he was going to jam any 2. Just because he had ace 10.
Philip gives up. Conson picks up the pot. There are the chip stacks. Ray Lu, a monster chip lead. Looking to close this one out to collect that beautiful APT trophy, but a long way to go. 16 bigs is the shortest stack, tied almost with the 17 big stack of Freedom 0515. Pair class, the one with the 16. Some questions in chat whether the guess the winner form is only for Natural 8 Taiwan players. Actually, no. You can guess from countries like Vietnam as well, as we've just been informed by the mod in chat. Thank you very much. Anyone with a Natural 8 account can go for it. So the guess the winner form will be active till 12:45 p.m. That's an hour from now. And I think the ethical thing to do is to take a stab now. Once again, it's free money on offer, so I don't know why you wouldn't.
And it's not like they're playing 900, you know? They're only 6 players.
And they have access to the chip stack, so you can be 1 in 6, and you can use that information to weight your probabilities. But do guess. Do it before you forget.
Keep it fun. You know, it's a matter of support. Maybe you have a player that you're more familiar with. Philip Wang, for example.
Now those glasses with the monochromatic lenses up top to convert them into sunglasses. Now what do you think of this look? This lifted up situation going on here? I don't know why it keeps reminding me of Mickey Mouse.
Exactly what I was going to say.
It's the Mickey Mouse ears, I guess.
Who has recently been free from copyright prison.
That's right, so I heard.
I actually drew a Steamboat Willie, which is the prototype of Mickey Mouse, on my iPad straight away and print it out and post it everywhere.
That's awesome. I didn't know you could sketch, Stephen. A man of many talents.
Anyone can sketch.
No. That's like saying anyone can play poker. Wait, anyone can play poker.
You got Look at that. If you have pocket kings, it's quite an easy task.
Could get interesting, by the way. Slightly late position open, the hijack. Pocket fours, one of the more active players on the table, of course. Constant is going to 3-bet this surely from the button, but will it get resistance? 29 bigs in the stack of Show Me.
Interesting, huh? Flatting the button with pocket kings.
Very surprising. Yeah, it is a 3-bet. I was confused.
Okay. Yes, it's a 3-bet.
Graphics catching up.
Show me your tilts. With this shiny Rolex.
Oh, nice catch. Is that...
It's a Daytona.
Oh, okay.
Show me your watch.
Nice fold. He's been showing a lot of discipline to 3-bets.
Correct play.
Correct play both times, thinking back to the 8-7 suited, but I wonder if the table is noticing and realizing they can bully him a little bit, or that he's just opening too wide. Both of those things have not been true in the small sample size so far.
So I had the opportunity to have our late dinner, late supper with a bracelet winner and a main event runner-up last night.
Wow.
And they were full of praises for the APT series.
No surprise there. That's awesome. Were they playing a lot of events this festival?
Yeah, so far. Yeah, one of them has actually won a 7 juice. Juice 7 single draw, I think it was.
Oh, man, after my own heart. Chasing the mixed games trophies. And by the way, if you want an APT trophy, mixed games are the way to go. They have low entries right now, considering it's a new format to most of the player pool in Asia, indeed the world. But by the APT spreading, as they say, so many events in so many mixed games, I look forward to the diversification of the poker world.
I really thought you were going to say if you wanted a APT trophy, Stephen Lai is selling his.
Ooh, I'm talking new era trophies, Stephen. The award-winning ones.
I have vintage ones.
Vintage. right. How to make something old expensive? Vintage. Since we're on the subject, if I could just shout out some of the other events we have going on today. Some of them live right now, by the way. We have Big O, which is 5-card PLO high-low. That's a classic game indeed. Of course, the single-day high rollers, those are usually the 3,000 USD buy-ins. Trip savers or trip makers, as Steven likes to call them. Some no-limit tournaments, whatever, boring. What I want to talk about, Event 65, limit triple draw mix. Badoogie, Ace through 5, Badesi, Deuce to 7 triple draw, Badusi, and high. All for the low price of USD 195. That's like paying $1 a hand to learn an amazing mix of games. Then we have the second women's event, by the way, the lower buy-in one, US $162. I think that might be the lowest buy-in we have here, which is incredible to think about, considering, once again, a reminder, we had the Superstar Challenge, the $25,000 buy-in, won by Elke, and here we have the $160 women's event. We do have Flight 1D as well. That's, once again, the 30/40-minute level format. Some high rollers, and then in the evening, are you ready for this, Steven?
Go ahead.
An 8-game turbo no-limit mix. Starting with single draw Badugi, ace through 5, deuce to 7, Omaha High, and then it says ROSE. Should we start guessing what that is?
Raz?
Well, it's a
Omaha.
No limit, so Raz, Omaha Low, high-low, that would be.
Stud.
And E?
Let me think. That will be Omaha high-low. Oh, PLO 8, right?
Oh, PLO 8.
That'll be, yeah, so that'll be the high-low. O will be Omaha, I think.
Well,
maybe.
My guess is as good as yours, but it's 8 games, once again, 195 USD.
We were meant to be informative, come on.
We did our best, That's not it, by the way. There's more of those as well. Hey, I did figure out the ROSE. It's Raz, Omaha high-low, Stud, and Stud high-low.
By the way, I saw Jason from Hong Kong, the runner-up of last night's Natural 8 Influencers Invitational. He's playing day 1C of the main event right now. I said, don't talk to me until you make it to day 2. He said, okay. And you know, APT has a very unique entry policy, I suppose, is you can directly buy in on day 2 if you choose to. So anyone who wants to make day 2 can, if they are able to afford it.
Mind you, day 2, you're still not close to the money.
No. Well,
the goal of day 2 is to get there.
But for people who can't afford, you know, don't have the luxury of having time to play a long day 1, 25 big blinds to get into day 2.
Not too shabby.
It's doable, isn't it?
So many times in a tournament, you have the typical ups and downs of the early stages. You're maybe, let's say, a couple of levels away from the close of late registration. You look down at your stack, and it's below starting. And then the question arises, why did I not just buy in right now?
It's a photo for 6 poker. Sorry, just wrote to say I had a long conversation with him on text a few nights ago. He just wrote he was like, I'm scrolling through, I'm like, oh, I don't remember saying these things to you.
Oh, wait just a minute, Steven. We have a situation brewing. The chip leader is getting pushback from the ace-6 off. And Ray Lu has ace-jack off. Way too many chips have gone into the middle with these holdings, and Stu Unger might just be in trouble here. 346k in the pot, 243k behind. Understandably against a button open when the ranges will be wide. And ace could look like a good 3-bet candidate, but now that he's whiffed, Philip has a decision. Does he commit the rest of his chips?
Knowing Philip, he will.
Queen 10, 5, 2 clubs, almost zero connection with his holding. Ray Lu, meanwhile, does have the Broadway gut shot. Ever so often would have the best hand anyway. $90,000 is the bet. I doubt he can fold yet. Getting almost the right implied odds to draw to the king.
He's pushing.
And he pushes. Great feel for the game. In this case, he has His opponent absolutely dominated.
I think that's in a way it's a disadvantage for Philip because he's so well known in the Taiwan poker world that people know that he could bluff that flop.
Okay, some Hollywooding. Or is he considering a sick hero call, putting his opponent on a straight draw? Maybe a weaker flush draw. Or rather, a flush draw weaker than his ace high.
Would it be a hero call to, make the wrong decision? Would you call that a hero call?
Yeah, this would be a hero call, so to speak. I mean, it's kind of like the same decision you get on the river where you're like...
Or would the F word come to mind? Not the swearing word, of a aquatic animal. Like a fish call.
No, I knew what you were saying. It's just funny to say it about the Taiwanese poker legend that you were just talking about, but...
He's a friend.
I guess then you could answer for me. Is this Hollywooding or is he considering it?
He really is considering it.
Button open. The ranges are wide. He 3-bets. He gets called. Again, the chip leader had plenty of chips, so could call a 3-bet wide. The board is very, very draw heavy. Yeah, he really is considering it. He's burnt another time bank. Just to clarify the time banks, an extra minute on the shot clock. You do not need to throw them in advance. Just a way of signaling to the table and the dealer that you are going to be taking your time. But to the extent you keep thinking, the dealer would just take the appropriate amount of time banks after the hand is over. Oof, I thought he was about to toss it in. Lets it go. He would have just hated to find out that he was up against something like a Jack-9 suited, perhaps a King-9 suited, and of course a King-Jack. But those hands have so much equity against his hand that the fold is very justified here. Does knock him down to the bottom of the leaderboard here. 9 big blinds now for Stu Unger.
A.K.A. Philip Wang.
A.K.A. Philip Wang.
So that Stu Unger was definitely before the internet age or YouTube age. I've never seen any footage of him playing. I've only read stories about him.
Oh, I'm very surprised to hear that, Stephen, actually, because as somebody who came up in the late 2000s, the TV era of poker, Stu Unger got a lot of coverage in terms of footage of him playing, and he was the winner of, don't quote me, let's go with the 1997 WSOP main event. In a legendary story, he was a degenerate gambler and a drug addict, unfortunately, which is unfortunately how he met his demise, and it was very easy to see what drug he was addicted to based on some of the, let's just say, degeneration of his nostrils. Anyway, he notoriously needed to be bought in, to be staked to the 1997 main event. He's the only one, by the way, to ever win it 3 times. But he was so degenerate that after being one of the best in the world at gin rummy and then poker, he slowly went broke, as many, many poker players did in that era, and indeed still do. So he got staked into the main event with a 50-50 split and won it all. Immediately went to his backer and gave them $500,000. There's a great documentary on YouTube, if I remember.
I shall have a look.
And I suspect content like that is the reason the legend remains, and perhaps why Philip Wang indeed chose Stu Unger as their nickname. He was truly a wonder kid in the poker world at the time when the poker world used to be surrounded by, the Doyle Brunsons, the Puggy Pearsons of the world, sort of these old school gamblers. This guy came around, scrawny, tiny, wearing his signature glasses, and just owning everyone, winning the main event 3 times. 1980, I see, 1981, and then 16 years later, 1997. I mean, it is kind of amazing. Think about if if Johnny Chan came around today and won the main event, what kind of furthering of his legend that would create. Pocket aces make their first appearance of the day. Welcome sight, no doubt, for Freedom. 15 bigs in his stack. He's UTG, six-handed.
Wow, so someone coughed up the 10,000 buy-in for him.
Yeah, 50-50 split, and got a nice little $500,000 for their support. Ooh, no action so far. Up to the big. Gets the fold. Unfortunate result, but I am sure a welcome sight nonetheless. Right in the middle of the pack, Freedom. Pair class now after posting. Down to 8. Stu Unger. 9 bigs. The players seem settled in. I must say they're taking the event very seriously. Not just in terms of their poker play, which has been fairly disciplined. Also, the dynamic at the table seems to be one of focus. Very different from the Influencers Invitational, where, of course, plenty of them being YouTubers, streamers, obviously active on Instagram and the like, were constantly trying to create content. They also were allowed their phones for that reason. Relu seems to be in the mood to get the job done here. Has an impressive 95 big blinds.
Show me your tilt. Called with King Queen off from the hijack position. Pretty short stacked. Not sure I'm very keen on that play. Now he's getting into a spot to bother. Flopping middle pair. Ray Lu decided to check his top pair. Weak kicker, which is quite sensible. Turn comes a jack, and then, of course, a delayed c-bet.
Show Me has even more reason to continue in the hand as the gut shot to Broadway. 9 outs as you see on the screen. Plenty of them folded.
River pairs the ace.
The best card in the deck for Ray. Perhaps obvious to say, but also because the King Queen will now feel even more confident in their hand. Another ace means their opponent is less likely to have one. Fortunately, Ray has exactly that. Makes a small value bet. This is getting paid off. There we go.
Nice check on the flop. Nice delayed c-bet. The rich just got richer. 107 big blinds, completely covering the table. Twice over, almost.
Blinds are moving quickly up now to 8K, 16K with the 16K big blind ante. Bad news for the short stacks.
So today we're going to meet another commentator that you haven't met before.
That's
Our
right.
friend James from Hong Kong is going to be joining the booth in the coming days.
Very much looking forward to that. Should be a fun time. I hope he's been prepped with the shenanigans we get up to here.
A young man who's got his best ever MTT finish was at the one of the WSOP side events. He came third, so close to a bracelet.
Oh, this is getting called, it seems. The button shove with the ace king suited. And Ray with the ace on, the big blind, and the monster chip stack can certainly afford call off the 8 bigs or so.
Oh no, he's thinking twice. Making a list.
Wow.
Checking it twice.
What an impressive fold.
Discipline.
Discipline with over 100 bigs. That's like pair class getting owned by folding, as they say sometimes. Seriously getting deprived from getting an all-in with the monster favorite hand. I'm blown away. Mr. Ray Lu. No coincidence, perhaps he came in as a chip leader. I just looked him up on Hand Mob. If I have the right person.
Philip Wang or
Ray Lu, and by Ray Lu I mean that's his screen name.
Mhm.
I believe his
Chinese
name is
Zhong Cheng Liu.
Only 680 or so, to the extent I have the right person. $680 in lifetime live earnings. If he does not have much live experience, you wouldn't be able to tell. Seems absolutely comfortable, making some amazing decisions. Once again, all 6 of these players guaranteed main event tickets to the APT Taipei main event. Flight 1C is active right now, of course. $1,000 up top for the winner of this final table. Essentially, just like any other final table, this is down to a sit and go of sorts, and 150 guaranteed to everybody already. The pay jumps about $100 a piece. 150 next as we move up from 150 to 1,000. But that APT trophy up for grabs, that makes this event really special. Courtesy of Natural 8, the players from Taiwan qualifying in an 80 USD buy-in tournament with over 300 entries to get here. Who are these people? Asks Going in chat. Familiar face in chat. As I just said, they're people who have earned their way to this spot. 316 entries in the qualifier tournament to be here. And mind you, they're also paid for they're locals, of course, so they don't need to be flown out here in the case of Natural 8 India, Hong Kong. Natural 8, of course, sponsoring flights as well. But they still get an allowance, $500.
Well, not bad.
How about that?
Better go and speak to Philip Wang about that. Maybe
500 USD
a
if you're
freebie coffee for us.
Yeah, exactly. 500 USD is plenty of snacks at the beautiful cafe we have here. There's plenty of APT goodies if you want those.
You've been saying nice things about Philip, right?
Well, let's hope so when he watches this. I want in on those freebies that you just mentioned.
重庆哥加油! So an extra bit for Philip Wang, just to make sure we get a coffee.
Freedom with pocket 5s and 15 bigs. There's some ICM to consider here, by the way. Two tiny, tiny stacks behind him. Pocket 5 6-handed. Look at that. Keeping all of that in mind makes a great fold. You wouldn't think these players are playing for tiny jumps because they're making very top-class decisions. This is the kind of stuff you'd expect at a huge tournament final table.
Flatting Jack 8 off from the small blind with 6 big blinds. Interesting. Manages to flop middle pair. Also interesting. Turns a deuce, which puts another spade on the board, making Ray Lu a backdoor flush draw. Backdoor flush draw. Philip is jamming his remaining 6 big blinds. Should be a straightforward call for Ray Lu. Double checking. You're on a flush draw, says Philip. Yes, he is. River comes. A 3.
Safe. Back in the game.
And just like that, Philip Wang is back to up to 16 big blinds. It's very typical Philip. You know, he picks the right opportunities, the right moments to put his chips in. He never really kind of is too concerned about being short stacked. Still, the chip leader is covering the table with the second chip lead only having 51 big blinds. And then we have a bunch of shorter stacks, with the shortest being show me your tilts. Nine big blinds. So I'm tempted to call him Lee, but his name is not Lee. It's just his baseball cap that says Lee. Freedom 0515. 6-5 suited, folds from hijack.
Oh, Stephen, by the way, the blinds are up and a huge jump in level. This is a big jump, probably the only one for the rest of this final table. We went from 16k to 24k in blinds, and as a result, stacks are now extremely shallow, especially for the shorties, which leads to King 8 suited getting it in there. And pocket 10s for Mr. Wang, Stu Unger.
Typical Philip Wang. Right place at the right time. Pained expression on his face.
We're very likely staring down the barrel of our very first elimination. This is certainly getting called. It's going to be 2.5 to 1 favorite.
Double checking his pocket tens just in case he was living in a quantum world.
Every once in a while that does happen. You check your cards, you check again, they've just completely changed. We've all been there.
Something about the cocaine, did you say?
I never said any such word, just by the way. I heavily implied it, and here you are, spelling it out. Referring to Stu Unger, of course, fortunately, suffering from some addiction issues towards the end of his life. Never mind all that, here we go. Table is finally buzzing a bit, eyeing that pay jump, perhaps, or more likely just the excitement of being closer to the APT trophy. King 8 suited, V pocket 10s. Show me is in trouble. Or is he? The nut flush draw appears. Talk about never easy. Mercifully, Stu Unger has the 10 of diamonds, reduces outs a bit. Jack is also going to give a few additional outs in the form of an ace. And the 6 crushes the dreams that came. We do lose our very first final tablists. GG, $150 plus, of course, the main event ticket to the local Show Me Your Tilts. We lose the best screen name, perhaps, on the table.
Well, no tilt was shown at the table so far. Everyone seems very pleasant and comfortable.
Well, to the extent they looked each other up before this final table, which I'm sure they did. Philip Wang is not the person they want with that mountain of chips, those 2 towers he's built in front of them.
Would you ever take into consideration how your opponent stacked the chips? You know, would that be a tell for you?
Well, yeah, definitely playing live in fields such as the main event and the National Cup we have here. I was talking about poker COVID babies, by which I mean younger players who made their bones, as they say, playing only online. You can tell live inexperience if somebody doesn't know how to stack their chips, and just like everything else in poker, could be a slight edge. You know, for instance, if you make bet sizing confusing, you might think that you can get in their heads.
Oh, there you go. Money's going in. Ace King versus Queen Jack. Queen Jack can ask for a better combo to be up against. Well, could be 7 deuce off, but still, Ace King, snap call is not bad. 2 live cards and 1 live flush draw of hearts. So 3 hearts to be interesting. None of those have appeared. 5, 3, 3. No help to pair class 1. Turns a 3 again. Some chopping possibility with the 5. Of course, Queen and Jack will seal it. Ooh, I thought that was a 5. Well done. Pair class 1 with his main event ticket. Probably going to jump straight into day 1C.
Back-to-back eliminations. Bye-bye, pair class 1. Nice little smile to the camera as we have a change in the dealers. And then there were 4. Distribution getting a little top-heavy. 80 bigs still. Almost exactly has the table covered. Ray Lu, the chip leader. 50% of the chips. The other 3 vying for pole position amongst each other for now. As we see some of our lovely camera people. There we go, that's the shot. New dealer and the Asia Poker Arena at the back. Slightly mellow. Look at that. The poker room is settling in. It is the morning, as we said. We do have another venue, by the way. This time around, APT Taipei 2024. Now across 2 venues. The Chinese Mahjong League, only 5 minutes away. Thanks to the traction we got last time around at APT Taipei. We've, of course, added some events since then as well. I've been hearing good things about the other venue, by the way,
Oh, you
Stephen.
have not visited?
No, not yet. We've been too busy up here in the booth.
Down here in the basement.
Oh, come on. I was making it sound like we were those, like the old WPT coverage with, thinking back to Mike Sexton, just an elevated commentary box. Made it sound like WWE almost. Real inspiration.
But I'm speaking the truth because the APA, the Asian Poker Arena, is located in the basement.
Yeah, we're down here in the basement, but on the same floor as the rest of the players.
So here's something interesting. The servants' quarters of the English will be up very top in the attics, whereas for the French will be in the basement.
Oh, wait just a second. That confuses me. I thought Downton Abbey, you know? Upstairs, downstairs, servants at the downstairs, the aristocrats on the upstairs. That's not the case?
Generally the other way around.
TV's just a lie. Why do they trick us like this?
Pocket Kings. Can't complain. Freedom 0515. I've got a feeling maybe it's like Moses or something. The 5 is an S and then the 1 is an I.
I think you're overthinking it. I think you're...
Does look like it, don't you think?
Then it would be Frito Moses.
Frito. Sounds like an Indian dish. Or Moses is like a guy, you know, free like a political cause.
Oh, wait just a second.
That's going in.
Pocket Kings raises on the button and ace 10 off in the big blind. I'm thinking back to the 3-bet with ace 6 off. A jam and no doubt a snap call. Kings versus ace 10. Very similar stacks, by the way. Somebody could be on the verge of elimination here.
Here we go. %. Generally, if you have an ace in your hand, you get 30% equity pre-flop all in.
Freedom intensely awaiting his fate. He's the one at risk. Just needs to dodge an ace. Queen 4-6. Safe as it gets. Just needs no Broadway cards and no ace. 5 qualifies as both. 3 outs. One of them folded already by the chip leader. So comes down to 2 aces. Or else we have a massive double up for Freedom. Deuce is safe.
Philip down to 4 big blinds. Yeah, I'm quite traditionalist in terms of stacking chips. You know, I like my 20 pieces a stack style, making it very easy for other people to work out how much I have. But mainly it's for my own reduced confusion, so I know where I am at. How about the viewers? How do you stack up your chips in live tournaments or cash games? Do you have a preference, Vidu?
Not really. How about you?
20 apiece, yeah. Just very standard, very traditional.
I'm not good at making those amazing designs that some people make and architectural marvels, so I just don't even try. So I end up being boring and doing 20s as well. I'll tell you what I like making. It's those towers with the bricks. But you have to get to the point where the bricks, the biscuits come out, the 100Ks, the 250Ks. Philip Wang, 4 bigs. Finds a decent holding to get it in with King Jack off. And Constant should be priced in. $79K to call. Can certainly afford it. 2 bigs already committed. One in the form of an ante, so about 4 bigs to call. Yeah, he goes for it.
That's a queen.
Ouch. King of clubs though, 12 outs. It's a flip. 2 cards to go. Are we down to 3? Or can Philip catch a 10? Adds more outs, the out counter running out of space. 18 outs on the turn. Is it too many outs? It is not. The king does come in.
Typical Philip Wang. Well done, sir. That's a very timely double up. Back up to 10 big blinds. call. You must call.
It's a bit of an error. Earlier I should clarify. Blinds, of course, as you can see, 10K, 20K. Not the 12K, 24K level yet. Good news for the short stacks. Philip Wang being one of them, although doubled up from his tiny stack a moment ago. So still plenty of play left. We're not at that 12K, 24K level yet. The big jump is going to come as we reach the 15K, 13K level shortly.
Justin Fairbanks, I am going to answer your question. So Justin wants to know, do you have the number of online entries for the main? As a matter of fact, I do. 154 entries. 21 of those have made it to day 3.
Justin implying that will determine the overlay. Justin?
It's not going to be overlaid. Don't be silly.
We're doing fairly well in terms of support here, and I have a feeling the tournament is going to be far from overlaid. A $2 million guarantee, a record-breaking score. And let me just pause as we are going to have Philip Wang at risk again, running into the pocket aces of the chip leader. This time around, it's not exactly going to be a flip. Pair versus overpair. Not what you want to see. All in. Needs to catch.
Right. Pocket juices versus aces. I would not be surprised to see a juice. But that's an ace.
This one's over. Unfortunately, some opportunities with running Broadway cards. There's also the running quads opportunity. That'd be exciting. The 3 seals the deal. We lose one of Taiwan's best. Stu Unger Kid, Mr. Philip Wang.
And he's like an old statesman of Taiwan poker. Likes to talk, likes to discuss hands with people. Not afraid to point out errors or praise good plays. And I consider him a friend.
Ray, by the way, has 60% of the chips in play. Certainly looking to take this one down. $350 locked up by the 4th place finisher. And now we have a nice little $500 payout guaranteed as they climb up to the $1,000 up top and the trophy, of course.
such a great opportunity to have this experience. You know, $80, an $80 buy-in has brought these 3 players to this beautiful streaming table, having their play dissected by 2 of the finest commentators in this booth.
We're the top 2 commentators in this booth, that I'll grant you.
What did they say about Ringo of the Beatles? I think George Harrison was asked whether Ringo was the best drummer in the world, and then Ringo answered, and then George Harrison answered, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
Oh, come on. I love George Harrison, but I love me some Ringo as well. Sure, he was only just saying it in jest. Once in a while, I believe McCartney would actually get on the drums. He's a bit of a gifted instrumentalist, including percussion, apparently. And wait just a second. Does the bass guitar count as percussion? No. Okay, yeah.
They call it the rhythm section.
Gotcha. I'm a huge Beatles fan, by the way. This is about one of the few connections and passions to music that I have. I took a college course on the Beatles. One of the best classes. Yeah, it's
really
fantastic.
Wow.
Got
like
an A.
some kind of pop music thing, or just about the Beatles?
It was just the Beatles was the course. Wow. Full credit. Everything got an A. Counted the
what kind of Mickey Mouse degree did you do? Have you seen Yesterday, the film, where
Danny Boyle? Yeah.
That's that was quite good.
I liked it. Fun time. I felt like it had even more potential, perhaps.
Completely, yes.
But any excuse for Beatles music and Beatles in the mainstream. Certainly feel like, eventually when we do lose, hopefully decades from now, the remaining members, it would be the end of an era that, of course, will just by definition never happen again. It was so uniquely oriented towards the counterculture of the 60s and the way the media looked at the time. We do have a discussion once in a while. What is the closest to the Beatles? Taylor Swift, perhaps, these days? Justin Bieber? Bieber mania at some point?
Taylor Swift.
New goal? Get Taylor Swift to an APT. We need to start slow. We need to get her playing some Hold Him in the trailers while she's waiting. Get her hooked to the game. Well, we did have Gact, one of Japan's pop stars. We had, just yesterday, Wilfred Lau, was it? Wilfred, was, according to you, Stephen, everybody has sang to in karaoke. So Taylor Swift is next. She is the new Beatles, apparently. Interesting. Turn card, not just because the diamonds brings the backdoor flush draw. Also plenty of opportunity for these players to steal this pot from each other. And Ray, having the chip lead and the responsibility of using it, decides to do exactly that. He can certainly represent a jack from the small blind. Makes a tiny bet, by the way. We are indeed at the 24k level now. So this is just over 1 big. Bit confused by the sizing. Not exactly sure what he's trying to accomplish. And Freedom decides to draw to the gut shot with just a 6. King would be good as well, it turns out. Another jack. Ray can steal this one if he so desires. He checks. Constant has a lot of showdown value. Checks again. Freedom. Unlikely, I suppose, to make a move here into 2 players. This spot going the way of Constant. Most likely. Wow, he hasn't checked yet. Would love to see a move. Oh, he's eyeing his chips. Knows he can represent the jack? Nah. Almost created something beautiful.
Like the long and winding road.
One of my favorites, by the way, that song.
Do you play any instrument?
Unfortunately not. I did play the keyboard as a kid and was fairly interested in learning how to play the guitar, but just never happened. How about yourself?
Show me your fingers. Do you have chubby fingers?
Yeah, I do. Can't do it.
I play all the instruments of a band, so I can play a bit of keyboard. Guitar is my main instrument, and then the bass.
Wow. Super impressive.
Not as good as Ringo is at drumming, I'm sure.
Are you as good as Ringo at the guitar? 'Cause that's good enough for me.
I'm not bad at the guitar.
Amazing. A man of many talents, Mr. Stephen Lai.
One of which is commentating the APT with you.
That's pretty up there in your talent list, I'll grant you that. At least as far as I'm exposed to your talents, but I do look forward to you playing me a song or two, and then we'll compare. As we see our friend Jan in the shot, by the way. Head of the live stream. Freedom likes his King 6 once again. Back to back. This time needs to defend it from the big blind if he wants to continue. Defend it he does.
Equities, they run close.
And this is why you defend, perhaps. King 5 tray, rainbow, extremely dry board, a comfortable top pair, and the chip leader is surely betting in position.
Perhaps in italics. That's why you defend. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Only sometimes.
That's a big bet. 102k is the C bet.
Can't give up just yet. Top pair.
Any merit to raising this, Stephen? I would guess not.
No, just a flat is okay. Not much to protect, not much to deny. Must be quite happy to see the queen. Check, check. River's a 5. Freedomosis. It's got the check mark. Can you see it? It's so clear. It's Freedomosis. Checks it. A cheeky bluff. With ace high. Wow, quite a strong bluff.
Well, what a great check then from Freedom. Extracting the maximum from his opponent. Can make a comfortable call. Has the queen kicker now with the kings and 5s. Nice bluff though by Ray. Putting his opponent to the test for a huge chunk of their stack. Is representing exactly a 5. Which is pretty tough to do. Fortunately, when your opponent has top pair, you're demanding that they make a hero fold.
Perhaps king queen. Representing. Button open.
Did go check, check on the turn. Yeah, you're right. Rainbow board. Top 2 could certainly trap by checking behind.
Even ace king. It's a tough call. It's actually not as easy as it looks. And a tough fold as well.
In terms of your range, every once in a while you'll have some 5s. Lots of missed draws, such as wheel draws and such. Yeah, top pair just too high up. Makes the call. Bit surprised to see what Ray announces he has. And now, look at that. 45 bigs for Freedom. Finally, a contestant emerges for that pole position. Ray Lu had just been exceeding the field for far too long. Freedom decided to give him some competition. That distribution is a lot closer than it was just a couple of hands ago. Justin saying, I would say, based on that number, 75% chance of overlay in the main. Well, Justin, we love you here in the chat, and I would gladly lay you those odds. But of course, we hope you're wrong as well. We feel confident as well. Let's not forget, $2,200 buy-in, which is higher than usual, and already setting records for the number of entries for that buy-in level. Flight 1C is active, in case you're around, by the way, in Taipei. Come on down. Flight 1D later on as well. A king on the button, but the shortest stack. Hansen wisely choosing to let it go. Blind battle between the newly formed rivals, Freedom and Ray Lu.
Freedom Moses. Decided to call from the small blind with Queen Jack off. Very good. I like it. Flop comes. Woohoo! 10, 9, 5. Open-ended. +2 overcards. Excellent check.
Stephen, yesterday you mentioned this for me, but that was your Mario. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Mamma mia. Here we go.
I don't think Mario says that.
He does. Here we go. In Mario Kart.
No, Mamma Mia?
Mamma mia.
I think that's just the Italian stereotype. And Mario's an Italian plumber.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not certain.
I'm not certain either. There's like 15 Mario games to choose from. By the way,
Here we go.
just the nuts for Freedom. Can he find the trap again like he did last time around? Small versus big. Aces are unlikely in the range of Ray. Did go check on the turn, making aces even more unlikely.
Puts in a bet.
Hoping his opponent has a king.
Micro-sizing.
Or a pair that was being checked this whole time. On to the next one. So Freedom with the momentum. The all-important momentum. Closing in on almost 50 bigs. $500 locked up for each of these players. $250 pay jumps apiece. Of course, when we get down to heads up, the APT trophy will be placed in the middle to play for.
By the way, I don't know whether you remember, but you gave me some good advice about packing enough shirts for the trip. I will do so next time because I did the laundry at 5 a.m. this morning.
Oh my, oh my. Stephen, 5 a.m. laundry. You know, the real question is, what was happening before the laundry?
I was having dinner with a bracelet winner and a runner-up of the main event.
No. You don't get to say dinner for 4 a.m. engagements. I'm sorry.
We eat slowly. You know, taking your time, enjoying the fine food of Taipei. Ace Queen is ahead. Oh, Queen Jack might actually peel because that's the runner possibilities. 10 of diamonds would be interesting on the turn. For a split second, I thought that was going to happen. It's a shame that they don't do 4-color deck today. You know?
Yeah,
they had that last night. Hey, the Jack made it. By the way, just saying.
Too easy.
Jack from space.
And Ray is never shy from taking ace highs and converting it into a bluff. This is almost like a blocker with ace high. The best ace high, mind you. Should get called fairly quickly. Constant perhaps not happy with the sizing. He might want more value. But that's the beauty of blockers. They're tough to raise. Bit of a grimace. Has plenty of chips onto the next one. But look at that. I see a 42 big stack for Constant. Distribution about to come up on the screen. There we have it. 42, 47, 48, as I suspected. Dead even heat, it seems like, between 3 players here. Constant, Freedom 0515, and Raylu.
Even Stevens. So not so long ago, the chip leader was covering the table.
How the mighty have fallen. Not fallen. Technically still the chip leader.
Poker, such a fun game. And there's plenty more poker opportunities. Pokertunities?
Pokertunities. Okay, okay, I see. We started off with chopportunities.
They really don't pay me enough, huh?
Now we have
Pokertunities ahead in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until Sunday. APT Taipei.
Oh, here we go, Stephen. Ray, I mentioned how the mighty have fallen. You know, what I really was trying to imply that sometimes when you're on the downswing of the momentum, you get frisky. And how's this for frisk? 40 blinds have been jammed in there with an ace on the button. A huge misstep, simply because with the odds, your opponent can wake up with hands such as ace-king. Freedom is probably confused at the size of the shove, but he knows what he has to do. Surely, this is getting called. If we could just take a moment to absorb what Ray has done. You see this all the time, right? You're playing so well as the chip leader. And when things sort of turn against you, you just want to do anything to get back to that pole position you were super comfortable with.
The infamous momentum concept? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, Freedom, but this is way too long to think. You've been bestowed with ace-king. Let's run with it and see the good news, at least for the moment. Up against ace-3. Ray needs to deliver a crushing bad beat to eliminate Freedom here. Otherwise, we're going to have a new monster stack, and Ray will be essentially crippled down to a few blinds. With that, the guess the winner form has closed, by the way. We hope you got your entries in. It's down to the 3. So if you did guess amongst the 3, including Ray, now's the time to let's hear it and show off a little bit as we head to the board. Queen, Queen 9, chopportunities. Ray will certainly take a chop and hopefully find a way to center himself after this. A jack is also additional outs for chops. A jack, a 9 would be a chop, a 3 would be a bad beat, as we said. Anything else, the ace-king has it. And the 10 completes Broadway and gives Freedom almost 100 bigs. Ray takes it in stride, but I'm sure he knows he messed up there.
Ace-3 is not even a conspiracy hand.
That's right. Referring, of course, to your new conspiracy theory that ace-5 is
programmers, the nerds.
The nerds have
trolling the poker player. The nerds trolling poker nerds.
The nerds have hard-coded it into all the GTO solvers. Wow, freedom. It's just a monstrous stack now. And what do you think Constant is thinking sitting there? Why did that just happen, he's wondering. I clawed all the way up to 42 bigs.
Perhaps he was thinking, oh no, it's done. No, we're heads up. No, he's standing up, he's leaving.
Yeah, let's just get one more confirmation of the chip count, which I think we just did. Oh, there we go. We are heads up.
Just like that.
Wow. What a misstep. We do lose the man who came in as a chip lead, Wei Lu, in third place. Good for 500 USD. And now we play for the trophy, as our producer Kelvin puts it in the middle. $750 locked up as well. Main event tickets, of course, given out to all the final tablists. But this is what matters. An APT Baby Lion. Another $250 to play for. Lots of glory to play for.
Here's a meme idea for Greg. Mixing the Lion King animation and the lion trophy. You know the bit when it picks up the baby?
The big lion picking up the small one? That's awesome. And the flat ones are the Mufasa looking on the side? Or the scars?
Yes.
Looking on the side?
What do you think?
I love it. I see a nice little stop motion TikTok in the future.
Yes.
There it is. What a gorgeous trophy, man. Still not over it. The new era trophy. In case you like it as much as I do, you can always check out a video from last year, actually, with the APT powers that be, including the likes of Michael Soysa, describing why they went for this kind of a trophy. You'd be amazed at the level of thought put behind it, and no surprise, it actually won Trophy of the Year at the GPI Awards. So we're heads up. That was quick, Steven. I thought Ray was going to make quick work of the table. He did, until he made quick work of himself. Now we have a deep, deep heads up, by the way. Strap yourselves in.
This is going to take a while.
It may. Certainly. They're deep enough. It depends if they want to take low variance approaches.
Or if aces clash into kings.
There's always that. Pokertunity.
Bad beat tunity.
Cooler tunity.
Cool. Oh, I like that better.
So 100 bigs plus in play. Plenty of heads up to the extent you want it. Certainly not in the jam or fold range until you get down to something like 15 bigs. The big blind ante is in play though, mind you. Blinds are 15,000, 30,000.
Still, it's only a 3-1 chip lead. One flip will make them all even. Not even 3-1. 2.5-1.
And Stephen, I feel like we have failed our job here by not acknowledging Constance's style. Rocking an extremely stylish outfit. Fashionable sunglasses. Excellent composure at the table.
Are you making comparison to Elke? You know, is he up there yet?
I think he's more regal than Elke. I like this, what would you call that, an overcoat situation? The white shades.
Almost military kind of, you know, Second World War long coat.
The hair is working for me. Mostly the composure, the personality at the table so far. I'm a huge fan. I like it. Looking forward to seeing all these players in the main event, of course. 2.4 million for Freedom. 880k for Constant.
Speaking of the main event, we are going to bring you live coverage of the main event tomorrow, starting on day 2.
Let's go.
And this year will be, or this for this series is going to be slightly different because coverage will begin when the two venues merge together. So day 2 will be played across two venues, and then at some point when the numbers gone down to a certain level, it'll be merged into one into one venue. So coverage will start when the tables have merged. Oh, pocket kings. There you go.
Well, maybe this could be over quickly. What does Freedom want to do when he faces resistance from the pocket kings? In comes the 3-bet. So, to give a little more insight on the main event, day 2 plays 10 levels, or to win the money, whichever one comes first.
Of course, day 2 will be 1 hour levels, so 10 levels will take 10 hours plus breaks. So
sounds fun.
11 hours. But we won't be streaming 11 hours because we won't start the session until the tables have merged into one venue.
Definitely hit subscribe, by the way, while you're here, just so you can keep up with when we do start streaming. Meanwhile, let's cut to the hand with pocket kings v 9-8 of diamonds. Board is all black. Could spell the end of any action from Freedom, but he is the chip leader and he's in position. Never know in heads up. Constant is hitting the ace on the board.
So he's got hands that are very good for playing the guitar. Kosin, Consin. You'll see them again in a minute. He's got guitar hands. Oh,
Guitar Hands would be a fantastic Tim Burton movie.
Or band name. Radiohead, Guitar Hands.
Constant Guitar Hands. Once again, to all of you watching, we would appreciate if you would hit a like, support the stream, support these players, and if you would take a look, 9.5 thousand subscribers on the APT main channel that you're on right now, the English channel. We would really appreciate if you would help us get to 10,000. Every subscription counts. Certainly hoping to be there by the end of the series, but we do need your help and support. No need to hit the notification bell. That's not what I'm asking for today. Just help us cross a milestone.
But coming up next, after this event, will be the Natural 8 Hong Kong exclusive.
That's the one you're excited about, I'm sure, Stephen.
Yes, yes.
Your home country, battling it out.
Well, I know a few of those players at the table.
No surprise, you are, of course, the Natural 8 Hong Kong Ambassador Supreme, in my eyes at least.
Justin Chan, a veteran in the Hong Kong poker circle. It'll be fun. Ko Sin hits the jack on the turn. 85% equity. Frida Moses got raised and calls with queen high, and it got shot. River comes a 5. Two pair on the check mark. Frida Moses checks. I can hear the tournament director talking to Ray. in Cantonese. Tries to get a bit of value out of the river. Unlikely to get a call. Very unlikely to get a call. As Neil Johnson famously said a few series ago, nothing happened.
Well, don't say it yet. You never know. I'd love to see some slick moves.
Oh,
well, he's tossed in a time bank, so you know he's considering a slick move. Does that mean a call? Nah, let's this one go.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Poker is unpredictable, but not that unpredictable.
Stacks converging ever so slightly. 67 versus 49. Certainly anybody's game. We saw what momentum does a moment ago. Freedom had all the momentum behind him. Constant clawing his way back into the match. Very impressively.
Momentum, that would be a good name for a poker stable. You know, like a team.
Yeah, I like it.
Opens it up. King 7. Off.
Pocket eights. Monster hand. Heads up. Or otherwise. Certainly
he's 3-betting.
Yeah, 3-bet is incoming surely. No point flatting this one. Never too comfortable playing middle pairs out of position. But heads up is a different beast. They say hitting a pair is difficult, so having one is quite nice, isn't it?
Because you don't have to hit one.
Exactly.
It's there already. No, you thought hitting a pair was difficult? How about hitting a set? That would be more difficult.
1 in 8. That's the likelihood of hitting a set if you have a pair to begin with.
On the flop, yes.
On the flop, that is correct. Freedom seems to be thinking about it. A king is fairly strong. He'd be in position.
Oh, he's made a move.
Oh, my word. This is the final table of big moves. The King 7, 4-bet jams, 50 bigs. What a misstep, because he is up against pocket eights. So, a 2.5 to 1 dog. Conson has just been so solid throughout this table. Needs to avoid the bad beat here to have a monster stack. Queen, Jack, 4. Perfectly safe.
Oh, a king on the turn.
A king on the turn spells disaster. Freedom getting mighty lucky, delivering a crushing bad beat. And it's over. Conson taking it well, missing out on the APT trophy in a brutal fashion. And Freedom fist bumping. Variance is a part of the game, Stephen. And here we go.
Well, congratulations to Freedom 0515. I think Ray is going to have a short interview with him, probably done in Mandarin, so I'll be got my pen ready to note the points.
That was a very quick final table, but there we have it. The winner of N8TW, hey, winner, Mr. Champion, and his name is Chen Zhiyou. Okay, so 英文可以吗? Okay, we're going to do it in Chinese, but I'll translate. So the question I'm gonna ask him, like, okay, how does it feel right now? What does this win means to him? 所以这次你现在的感受是怎样？你这个赢了这个奖杯的对你的意义是什么？
就是很开心、很雀跃这样，因为其实接触扑克没有很久，就可以达到 APT 的奖杯，就很开心这样子。
So he's very excited because he hadn't been playing poker for a very long time, and being able to get here so soon, and he's very, very excited. So the next question I'm going to ask him is, will we see him more in APT, both in Taiwan and outside Taiwan? 所以现在赢了第一个 APT 的奖杯，你觉得未来会多打一些 APT 在台北还是国外的赛事吗？
一定会的，累积一点成绩之后，就会去各个地方看看。
Okay. So he told me that like he's looking to accumulate more experience, and this win really motivate him, and hopefully in the future he'll definitely try to play more APT. So once again, let's congratulate Chen Ziyou as the champion, and back to the studio. 恭喜恭喜！
Thank you very much, Ray. Turns out that his Chinese name is actually Zhiyou, which means freedom.
Oh, there you go. That clarifies the name. Nice little kiss to the trophy. Excellent, excellent winner's photo, and a hearty congratulations to Freedom 0515, $1,000 in prizes, but of course the APT trophy and the main event ticket that I hope he spins up into an incredible run here at APT Taipei. So that wraps up the Natural 8 Taiwan final table. That was a fun one, a quick one. We do have two more today. One, a Natural 8 event, the Natural 8 Hong Kong, one that my Hong Kong friend Steven is looking forward to. That's at 4 p.m. local time. And the APT Thailand final table, that's at 9:30 p.m. local time. So lots of action to look forward to. Make sure you hit subscribe and like before you leave us so that you can join us once again later on in the day. And until then, of course, we wish you adios. And from the booth, Wither Single and Stephen Lai, we will see you shortly. Goodbye.
Welcome to Asia's largest online poker room. Our next generation poker software is now initiating. Elevate your online experience with a wide variety of poker variations to choose from. Get fully immersed with fun and social features. Level up your game with PokerCraft and Smart HUD. Unlock a wealth of rewards including cashback, bonuses, and jackpots. Join world-class poker tournaments featuring some of the world's most renowned brands and the largest guaranteed prize pools in the world. Experience the best in customer service and hassle-free transactions for a seamless online gaming experience. With online poker available on all your devices, you'll be able to play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Sign up now and elevate your online poker experience today.